Welcome back, art friends. I have such a fun project for you today. Hopefully you took a moment to check out the video I posted on my Facebook and on my website, Glitter and Glue with Mrs. Eichhorst pages, because those give you a little hint into what we're doing today. We are going to make this super cute shaking dog, and he's shaking the water off. And it's perfect because it's sort of rainy and wet today, and I know my dog does that when she comes in, or if she's getting out of the bathtub. I bet yours does too. So the artist today we are studying is Iris Scott. She's such a fun artist. I'm so happy to share her with you, and I think she'll bring a little cheer into your life and house too. Iris Scott is an American oil painter. That means she paints with paint that's not water-based. It actually has an oil in it that keeps the paint from drying out as quickly. Iris dries out pretty quick, the acrylics and the tempera, but hers takes a lot longer to dry. I do not have those at home. I have a hunch most of you don't have them at home, but that's okay. We can still get the same effect, and I'm going to show you how. So Iris Scott started out painting with a paintbrush, but now she's known for mainly using, did you watch the video? Yes, her fingers. No way. I know, I couldn't believe it, but I watched her little demos and I was just so amazed by that. So she started out using a paintbrush, but then one time she didn't want to bother to go wash her brush and come back to switch colors, so she just took her finger and used that. And sure enough, she liked it so much, that's what she does now. So be sure to check out her videos. She has a great website, and you can watch her paint, which is very fun. So we are going to try to achieve this shaking dog painting that she did, and we are going to need a few supplies. So before I push pause, and you push pause, let's get to our supply list. It is white or plain paper, any kind, even if it's scrap paper. Black paper if you have it for the background. I think it looks really nice to have this dark background, and then the dog kind of pops. All right, so Sharpie, so that when you do the drawing and start painting over it, it doesn't disappear, because watercolor marker will disappear when you paint over it because of the water. Paint and a paintbrush, scissors and glue. And as far as colors, I just have the browns for the dog, a little white and blue, and a little black for the nose. So I'm gonna press pause, you press pause. Let's get our supplies and meet me right back here, okay? All right, welcome back. And while you are getting your supplies, I should have put a little more white on mine, so I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, are you ready? Let's get our markers out, and we're gonna draw this super cute little doggy together. Now, one of the things about her art is, at least this painting, the dog looks like it's moving. Remember last week when we did Blue Dog wasn't moving. Look, Blue Dog just sitting still so nicely, kind of posing for the shot, right? But this dog today definitely is not sitting still, right? He's shaking all the water off his fur. So how do we achieve that? How do artists get that look of movement? How do they help the viewer feel like the dog's shaking around or moving? Well, part of that is with the lines. So instead of our dog facing forward, eyes still, hair is kind of still, we want to give us the chance to show our viewers that our dog is not still. So we're going to tip our lines a little bit to give the illusion of movement. So we're going to start kind of toward the, see, Mrs. Eichhorst has been painting already, toward the top left-hand side, see my L, top and left. I'm going to put the nose up here, middle, top, and left, all right? So I'm going to start with this flat diagonal line for his nose, not too big, just like that. All right, you got that? All right. Next, I'm gonna put another one under it. This is gonna be for his nostrils, so it's a little more curved. So 2 in a row. And on the end of this one, I'm gonna make a little curly Q. On the end of this one, I'm gonna make a little curly Q. Because dogs' nostrils kind of have that. I think a lot of creatures do too. Okay. Next, I'm gonna draw a perpendicular. It means like a T. These are going this way. This one's perpendicular, straight down. All right, that's gonna be for that little line kind of between his nose. All right, this side is gonna connect to that with the letter J. So watch what I do. I'm gonna go down and around. This side is gonna be the backward J, right? Down and around. And I'm gonna give him a little chin, that cute little chin that usually has a little fur. Okay, I'm gonna extend that line just a little. All right. Next, we need his super cute eyes. They're squinty because he doesn't want to get water in them, I think. So they just look like upside down smiles or like little mini rainbows. Okay? So we have his face now and we need his head. So I'm going to start just like Blue Dog. I'm going to go from his jowls, or his mug they call it, and I'm going to make him kind of have these wavy, curvy lines. That's also going to give our viewers that feeling of motion. All right, so I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. He's kind of looking fuzzy and furry. And I'm going to stop by his eyebrow over here because this ear is not going to be all crazy, like it's just going to be down. This ear now, I'm going to go more curves, and I'm going to stop somewhere around here. I'm going to make a little U shape on its side so I know where I'm going. So I'm going to just kind of make an ear going there. It's kind of curly and crazy. All right, this one is also going to be curly but not so crazy. It's just going to go down, so I'm going to start up like an upside down V, and then maybe it's going to go up, and it's going to also have that end to it. And I'm just going to make kind of silly, crazy lines going down. So there's his other ear. This ear is kind of still down. This one, though, is flipping around his head. So he looks like he's tipping and moving. All right? And then I'm going to put the rest of his face on, just a couple more little zigzags here. There we go. Now we just need his body. So this side of his body is just going to be kind of zigzaggy, crazy lines. All of these are just organic fur lines, all right? And you can make them however you want. And they go off the page because we're going to cut them out later. All right, so now we have our dog. Next, we got to paint him. And we're going to paint pretty quickly because it doesn't matter if we go outside the lines. I have 2 colors in my tray. I have brown, and I also have orange and a little bit of white and a little bit of black. So I guess that's 4 colors, right? Boys and girls, not 2. But the 2 main colors for the dog, and I'm going to use the technique, we've done this before, double dipping. So I'm going to start with the brown, dip a little bit of orange, and I'm going to give my dog a quick paint. And it's okay if we go outside the lines because what are we going to do with him? Cut him out, right? All right, so just a quick paint. And if I can learn how to fast forward this one day, I will, because that will be nice for you, right? So we're going to paint our dog, and I'm doing the darkest colors on the edges of my dog because at least Allie, she has a lot of lighter fur on her belly, and I bet you some of you guys, your dogs do too, right? Somehow that's where the light fur is. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to use this white. I'm double dipping again and brown together. I did not wash my brush, and I'm just adding a little bit of white there to that Allie or this new doggie's fur. Okay, And I'm kind of blending it in. Are my brush strokes nice and straight, boys and girls? Are they nice and neat, or do they seem kind of crazy? Yes, they seem kind of crazy. Like, why do you suppose I'm doing that? Maybe because I'm in a hurry? No, well, maybe. But mostly because I want to show movement, right? I want to show movement. There's a little bit of red in my tray from the other day, probably from Blue Jar. So that's in there too. All right, I'm going to do the middle of his ear. I'm going to make that a little bit white there. And then I'm going to keep going with the brown and the orange, double dipping all around. All right. Nice and fast. Also because I don't want it to dry too quickly. That's the thing about temper paint. It does dry quickly because it's got a water base, not oil. Remember I said oil paints take a lot longer to dry because of the oil in there. It's what they put in. Some of that oil they put in your lotions to help your skin feel better, right? Keep it from drying out. All right. Couple more strokes and we're ready for this dog to go into his bath. All right. I'm going to do his nose too, but I'm going to make that a little bit lighter too. I'm just going to go around. Oh, I think I forgot one of the lines on this one. So this is going to be his nose. I'm going to give him a little black for this little curly part. Okay, I'm going to give him a little bit of white for those little twirls, right? And his chin. All right, so there he is. Maybe I'll give his eyes a little black curve too, just so you can see them. All right, so there he is ready to go. Now it's time to give him his spatters. So for that, I have a box. And I already did spatter paint my dog. This one I made kind of a terrier. You can see my fingers are a little messy. I took this outside and it's rainy, so it kind of got wet and whatever. That's okay. But I spatter painted light blues, so it kind of looks like water going all over the place. Now the other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to show you, after you do the spattering, the other thing you can do is do a little finger painting. All right, just a little bit. So she would take her finger and put it on her page. And notice that I'm kind of going this way because that's the way his head is shaking. So I'm going to put these dots on my paper kind of with that same idea in mind, that it's kind of curving around like that. And I'm doing a couple of different colors, and I have this kind of curve happening. So not only are the lines in my dog curving and the paint is spattering everywhere, that feels like it's moving, but I also have these, and I can just add a little smear to them to also kind of make them feel like they're going in the same direction. And I kind of feel like Iris Scott must have felt by using her fingers. So that's kind of fun. It does give you this feeling of the water kind of flipping over the dog's head. He's trying to get it off so he can be dry. All right? And then, of course, boys and girls, don't forget to sign your masterpiece. I can't wait to see how yours turns out. I'm going to work on mine a little bit more, and I will post it as well. Post it on my Glitter and Glue with Mrs. iCourse.com website or Facebook page. And if you email it to me, I would happily post it for you. All right? Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow Jeff Koons blue balloon dogs. Balloon dogs. Can you believe it? We're going to be doing those tomorrow. Dogs again. Love dogs. Hope you do too. See you tomorrow.